wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant, I don't even...
Hey y'all, how we doing? Welcome to episode 57 of the Fourth Down Forum podcast. Now, what is episode 57 going to be, y'all may ask? Obviously, you see big gold right here on my left shoulder. You see the handy dandy notebook that we use to consult notes and stuff. So, episode 57 is going to be your Elimination Chamber episode. Not just your Elimination Chamber episode, but also my Elimination Chamber predictions as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. We'll run down the card. I'll give my predictions for who I think's going to win, why I think said person is going to win, and what it will set up going into WrestleMania. So first off, we have Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in an unsanctioned match. Now, for those of you who don't know or haven't been following closely to the WWE product, Kevin Owens was in a ladder match with the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, your current WWE champion. Right? Or WWE Undisputed Champion, however you want to say it. Cody Rhodes won that match. It was a brutal, gruesome match, which saw Cody Rhodes prevail. Sami Zayn, at the time, was both friends with Kevin Owens, friends with the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. Kevin Owens was under the impression that Sami Zayn would have his back in that match, meaning if Sami Zayn had to interfere, beat up Cody Rhodes, any of this stuff, that he would. He did not do that. So the following night on Monday Night Raw, after the Royal Rumble, Sami Zayn was in the middle of the ring. I'm not sure if he had a match or if he was cutting a promo, but Kevin Owens comes out and delivers a package pile driver to Sami Zayn, laying him out cold in the middle of the ring. Because of that, Sami Zayn asked Raw General Manager for a match. But not just any match. A unsanctioned match between his former best friend. Also, they have been bitter enemies at times. They said they're going to do this one more time, but let's be honest. They're destined to do this dance forever. I don't think it's going to be a bad match by any means. I think it's going to be one of the better matches on this card, outside of, the two chambers. And that said, I did just say Kevin Owens lost at the Rumble. So I could see Kevin Owens getting his win back against Sami Zayn here. And then, if you want to build it up further, have the rubber match at Mania. Or have the second match, I should say, at WrestleMania. Then, we get into the first of the two Elimination Chamber matches. I don't know if it's going to go the men's first, then the women's are then the men's. But from my notes right here, I have the men's chamber written down first. So it is going to be the GOAT, John Cena, versus the best in the world, CM Punk, versus the man of many names, the Monday Night Messiah, Seth freaking Rollins, versus the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre, versus Damian Priest, versus the Maverick Logan Paul, who I forgot to put on this list. Whoops. That said, who do I have winning this match and why? The Elimination Chamber is gruesome. It is one of the most taunting and daunting matches introduced into the WWE landscape. CM Punk went on this whole tirade, and don't think this is me coming at CM Punk by any means, because it is not. I absolutely love CM Punk as a wrestler. I was ecstatic when he made his 2021 return to AEW. I was even more ecstatic when he returned at 2024 Survivor Series for WWE. I don't foresee Logan Paul winning this match, and I do apologize for turning my head away from the camera. I am consulting the notes. Obviously, y'all know by now I want to give you the best product and production I'm able to give you. So I don't foresee Logan Paul winning this match. Damian Priest has already had his WrestleMania moment, so, he got that at WrestleMania 40 last year, so I don't foresee him getting another one this year. Drew McIntyre will hold a world title again, but it's not going to be this soon. I could see it being like SummerSlam, where he's in the world title picture, the WWE title picture. Seth Rollins, I believe, is going to have a program with Roman Reigns. You know, they did that little spot at the Rumble where it was CM Punk eliminated both, I think, Roman and Seth, or the other way around. But Roman was sitting there, he was talking to Punk after Logan Paul eliminated him. And he was like, what do we do? What are you doing? We literally teamed up months ago. And Seth Rollins hit one of the most vicious double curb stomps that I have seen since I've been watching wrestling. And I've been watching wrestling since I was a young kid. And that's not an exaggeration. My mom and dad used to watch Monday Night Raw. My mom used to watch SmackDown back in like 04. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, you know, I was watching it since 98, 99, even though I could have been, because I don't have no memory of that. The earliest memory I have is watching in 2004, 2005, yada, yada, so forth. I wanted John Cena to win the Royal Rumble. I am not mad that he did not win the Royal Rumble. I am happy for Jey Uso. You know, we're going to get Jey Uso versus Gunther. A lot of people are doubting this match. They're like, oh, they're not going to be able to put on a good match, yada, yada, yada. Shut up. Okay, shut up and let them do what they need to do. They can put on a banger of a match. They've done it when, you know, Jey Uso was chasing after the IC title. They've done it plenty of times. So, that said, I foresee John Cena winning the Men's Elimination Chamber and going on to face the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41. Then we have a women's tag match. So it's going to be your WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton, teaming up with the Hall of Famer, Canadian legend, one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time, in Trish Stratus, against the team of Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the storyline, I'll break it down for you a little bit. Tiffany Stratton was part of the posse, or the group, whatever you want to call it, with Candice LeRae, with Nia Jax, when Nia Jax was the WWE Women's Champion. Tiffany Stratton, however, happened to win Money in the Bank back in June, July, over the summer, we shall say. She then proceeded to cash said contract in on Nia Jax, in turn turning on Nia Jax. So in this situation, Tiffany Stratton is the babyface, Trish Stratus is coming back as a babyface, and Nia Jax and Candice LeRae are the heels in this situation. And if you don't know that terminology, or you're just newish to wrestling or want to get into wrestling, speaking of getting into wrestling, there's a fellow content creator by the name of Josh, I believe Berman? I might have your name wrong there, bud. But he's been doing this series where he's getting into like wrestling, and it's one of the things I enjoy on like social media right now. So really cool to see that. Obviously Trish Stratus, I just said she was a Canadian legend. I don't foresee Triple H having Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus losing this match in Canada. So, I should have mentioned that with the first match that I said. The KO and Sami Zayn, that one could go either way. They're both Canadian. So, yeah. Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus are my picks for the women's tag team match. Then we get into the women's elimination chamber, where you have the prodigy, Roxanne Perez. Then you have the role model, Bayley. Then you have Naomi, as well as Bianca Belair. And I should make note of this. Bianca Belair and Naomi did just lose the tag titles to... who'd they lose them to? I'm drawing a blank here, but they did lose them. So that now allows them to freely chase after the women's world title picture. And the women's world champion is Rhea Ripley once again. So Alexa Bliss is going to be in this match, as well as Liv Morgan. I can tell you who I do not want to win this match. It's nothing against her work ethic. It's nothing against who she is as a person or a wrestler. I am just sick and tired of seeing Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. They're both phenomenal wrestlers in their own aspect. They put on great matches when they do wrestle, but one of the complaints I've seen people have against Triple H as a booker is the long-term booking. People don't always want to wait 6 to 8 months for a feud to finish up. And both Rhea and Liv had said that they are done with each other. It's on record that they are done with each other. So Liv should not be in the women's title picture again until Rhea is no longer the champion. But that's just my opinion on that. Bayley, we got a teaser of Bayley versus Rhea. That match got shorthanded due to disqualification, if I remember correctly. I would love to see them put on a, good 15, 20-minute match. The Prodigy, Roxanne Perez. I'm not saying she's not ready, but, she was down in NXT. Maybe not a lot of people on the main roster don't know her yet. Naomi. Now, Naomi hasn't been in the WWE Women's World Title or WWE Women's Title picture in years. And that's not because, and I could have that wrong, she might have been recently, but she was with TNA. Cool thing about that now, though, TNA and WWE have a working partnership. So we've seen it, people like Jordan Grace, the Hardys were just recently, or the Hardy Boys, I should say, Matt and Jeff, who were two of my all-time. One of my favorite tag teams, Jeff Hardy, one of my favorite wrestlers, Matt up there as well, besides for what he did to Jeff in 08, 09, when, they fought each other at WrestleMania 25. I know, it's not real. It's still real to me, damn it. But yeah, I don't think Naomi's going to win this match. Alexa Bliss, I feel like she is going to have a storyline with the Wyatt Six. If you saw when she returned at the Rumble, I don't know if any of y'all peeped the Lily doll, but the eye was a 6. And, she's been cutting these eerie, creepy promos. And a lot of people think it's in reference to Uncle Howdy. So, they're over on the SmackDown brand now, which I don't know if that was the right call. I mean, there's 3 hours to fill. Let them start doing something on the show to showcase their skills. I remember they were hyped up very, very well. And now it seems like the hype for them has kind of died down. Y'all probably aren't going to like this, but I want a first-time Mania match. I think if Jade Cargill, who was Bianca Belair's original tag team partner when they had the championships, right, when they won them, if she is not cleared by Mania, because I could see them going Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill at Mania, if, she was healed, because I do think that Bianca Belair was the one who attacked Jade Cargill. And we'll see if this, comes to fruition and your boy was right, or if it's a hit and a miss, a swing and a miss, I mean. That said, I have Bianca Belair winning the Women's Elimination Chamber. So, how does that shape up WrestleMania? Well, it would be Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. And I think, Rhea could retain. It would be much like when Charlotte and Rhea had their match at 39. It was a great match. And then we have the final boss, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, with his proposal. He said he does not want this from Cody Rhodes, not specifically this one, but he does not want his title. No, what he wants is much more. He wants his soul, meaning he wants Cody Rhodes to sell out. He wants him to become a corporate champion, pretty much a puppet that The Rock can exploit the, WWE, when they had the corporation, yada, 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 all these things. Somebody at his will to do his dirty work. because he's not always going to be around. He's a busy man. He's an actor. He's got all these other endorsements and stuff. He's on the board, so he's got to do behind the scenes stuff. Now, what does Cody Rhodes think of all of this? There have been corporate champions before. You've seen it with The Rock himself. He was a corporate champion at one time. Stone Cold Steve Austin sold his soul to the devil, more or less, when he aligned himself with his mortal enemy, Vince McMahon. And I'm only using that name for reference. I want that to be clear. Hell, even Seth Rollins, as of more recently, was a corporate champion with the Authority, dating back to like 2015. Trying to think, no, you can't really count Roman as one. Give me a minute, I'm just trying to, I've given y'all plenty of examples on that. But yeah, that is pretty much, oh wait, I didn't even get into what I think Cody Rhodes is going to say. Now, Cody Rhodes is a man who prides himself on being a fighting champion, a people's champion, not the people's champion, because we all know that's Rocky. But what do I think the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes is going to have to say to this? I would be shocked. I genuinely would be shocked, and it would be a swerve if Cody Rhodes makes a deal with the devil and takes the final boss's offer. I just don't foresee him doing it. So I have Cody Rhodes being still the people's champion, the fighting champion. Now, who could be the people's puppet, to put it? Hot take. Remember that promo that John Cena cut after the Royal Rumble where he lost? He pretty much demanded an Elimination Chamber spot. They said they would never do it, but this is Cena's retirement tour. Could they possibly make it to where John Cena finally turns heel and he does The Rock's dirty work? And we get that? Now, the other theory I have, and this is a working theory, CM Punk cut a promo with Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring, both last year and at this most recent before the Royal Rumble. He said he is not a friend that will stab you in the back. He is a friend that will stab you in the front. So if it's not Cody, my two choices are it's either going to be John Cena, which is my little out there one, or it's going to be CM Punk. And funny enough, CM Punk just shared on one of his social medias, a Marvel comic with Doom and Spidey, where he was like, foes got to become, or from nemesis to working relationships or friends, yada yada. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how that works out. Now, that said, we do have some exciting stuff coming up on the channel. Free agency for the NFL is going to be opening up, and I will be trying my best to put a video out for that, or I will be putting a video out for that, I should say. I'm just not sure the format it's going to be in. It might be similar to my, how I did my SummerSlam one, where I used the green screen and, we just kind of go from there. Or I might just try to find time to squeeze in and, make it work. Other than that, what else do we have coming up? MLB opening season's about to happen. That will be on the 27th. So by then, I would like to have an episode out for MLB opening day. I will not follow baseball, I should say, not basketball, excuse me, as much. It will be probably opening day, All-Star game, playoffs if I can get to them, World Series. Because there's just too much baseball. There's too much basketball as well. Football, you can kind of just sit there, hey, it's 17 weeks, break down the games by week, and then go from there. Other than that, as far as the basketball front, I will be doing my best to do a playoff edition. The finals episode will happen because I think we try to put one of those out every year. Your mock draft for football. me and Michael have still been working on that. I actually got to touch base with him and, see how he wants to work that or how we're going to finish that up. We're almost halfway through it. So that said, y'all, this has been episode 57 of the Fourth Down Forum podcast. I do want to let y'all know we are now partnered with Planet Euphoria. This has been a WrestleMania episode. They make a lot of cool, exclusive, hand-drawn designs. I was actually just checking their website earlier, and like I said, once I'm situated, once settled and stuff, and you'll get more details on why I said that on the community page most likely, but hand-drawn graphic t-shirts from Jeff Hardy, Jey Uso, The GOAT John Cena, Roman Reigns. Really, really cool designs. You should definitely check them out. I will definitely be picking myself up a couple here and there. Other than that, y'all, much love. We will be doing a giveaway at 500 subscribers. The last giveaway was 200. My boy Big Mike of the Run and Wrestling podcast. Y'all should subscribe to him, by the way. He does a lot of great content. I believe he also just put out an Elimination Chamber predictions video. And, recently he was able to do an interview with former WWE women's wrestler Layla. So, very cool stuff to see. Speaking of interviews, we are very close. I still have to reach out, do some emails, but we are very close to getting a former Ravens player potentially on the podcast. So I'm not going to give out anything else other than that. I'm going to do my behind the scenes stuff that I need to do. Like I said, once we hit 500 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway of either a mini helmet of your NFL team or your collegiate team. Once we get to that, like I said, the 200 subscribers, Big Mike won that. He can vouch for me there. These giveaways are legit. It's something I do to help grow the channel, something I do because I enjoy interacting with y'all. But much love. This has been episode 57, and I will see you.
Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces.